everyone. In today's session, we are going to see about certain network concepts. So on that, the first topic we are going to see about network devices. So what is a network device? A network device is a node and a wireless mesh network. So mesh is a kind of topology. So we are going to see about the different types of topology in the upcoming sessions. So that time we will discuss in detail on it. So what this network device will do? It will transmit, it will receive the wireless HART data and perform basic functions which is needed to support the network formation and the maintenance. So this network devices include field devices, router devices, gate devices, and mesh handheld devices. So in the field devices, we have listed a certain types like hub, switch, router, bridge, gateway, router, repeater, and NIC. So we will see one by one. So first we are going to see about a network device called repeater. So as we all know, like OSI layer, so in the OSI layer, the bottom layer is physical layer. So the repeater operates on the physical layer. So the job of a repeater is to regenerate a signal over same network before the signal becomes too weak. So you're sending some signal in the network before it becomes too weak or corrupted. So we will extend the length to which the signal can be transmitted over the same network. We will extend the length. So before it becomes weak, we are trying to do something to make the signal into a normal flow. The important point to be noted here, the repeaters do not amplify the signal. It will not amplify the signal. So before it gets too weak, it will extend into the same length. So when the signal becomes weak, they copy the signal bit by bit and regenerate as original strength. So each and every bit will be copied and together it will be regenerated. So it had two ports in it. So it is called as two-port device. So the next network device we are going to see is hub. So this hub is a multi-port repeater. So already we have studied about repeater and it is a two-port device, and hub is a multi-port repeater. So it connects multiple wires coming from different branches. For example, in previous network device, we have talked about mesh topology. So here we are going to talk about a star topology. So in a star, how the star look like. So it have different nodes. So if you draw a star, you will have some 5 nodes. So same like here also we have some 5 different stations. So that 5 different stations will be done by this hub. So hub cannot filter the data. If you send some data, it cannot able to filter. So data packets are sent to all connected devices. So for whom we have to send. So that filter process will not be done. It will send the package to all the devices. In other words, we can say it's a collision domains of all hosts connected through hub remains one. So we have one hub. So from the hub, we are not going to do any filter. For whoever is connected, we will be sending the informations. Automatically, it will make a collision. So they do not have any intelligence to find the best path for the data packets. So that leads to an inefficiency and wastage certain times. So the next thing is about hubs. There are 3 different types of hubs. One is active, passive, and intelligent hubs. So active hubs, it had their own power supply and it can able to clean or boost or it can relay the signals along the network. But passive hub, it don't have their wiring or power supply, but it will get that things from the active hub. So based on the active hub, it can able to do the things. And the next, intelligent hubs. It works like active hubs and include some other feature like remote management capabilities also with that. The next network device is bridge. So as we discussed, like hub and repeater will comes in the physical layer. So in bridge will operate at data link layer in the OSI layer formats. So the bridge is also a repeater which with add one more functionality of filtering the content by reading the MAC address of source and destination. So in the hub also we have studied like it will not filter. It will pass the information to all the nodes whichever connected. But in the bridge, it will filter the information based on the MAC address of the source and the destination server and the client. It also used for interconnecting two LANs working on the same protocol. And it has a single input and single output. So it is also a two-port device. But hub is a multi-port and even repeater is a two-port device. And bridge also we have two different types. One is a transparent bridges and the source routing bridges. So in the transparent bridges, so if two networks are connected in the transparent bridge, the networks will not aware that they are connected with the bridge. But when it comes for the source routing bridges, the routing operation is performed between source station and the destination station. So both of them aware of that they are connected with the bridges. So this is the main advantage and disadvantage of having a transparent bridges and source routing bridges. The next device is switch. So the switch is also called as an intelligent hub. So it is also a same functionality of switch, but it will same functionality of hub, but it will do an additional feature. Okay, switch is a multi-port bridge with a buffer and a design that can boost its efficiency and performance. And it also be used in data link layer. And the switch can perform error checking before forwarding the data, which makes it very efficient and does not forward packets that have errors or forward good packets selectively to the correct port only. For a particular port which is needed for them alone, it will send. It will not send as like hub. The switches divides the collision domains of host, but broadcast domain remains the same. The broadcast domains remain same, but the collision domains will be reduced. The next thing is router. The router is a device like a switch that routes the data packets based on IP addresses. So the filtering will be happening based on the IP address. The router is mainly a network layer device. So we have seen devices which relates to physical layer, which relates to data link layer. Now we will be seeing about network layer devices. Routers normally connect both local area network and wide area network together and have a dynamic updating of routing table. So for example, you're sending a mail. So it will be correctly reaching to the person who's using that mail ID if he's changing the system also. So that routing, everything will be done by using this routers. And router divides the broadcast domains of host connected through it. And we have a picture of all the devices, whatever I've discussed as of now. We have switch, we have hub, and we have bridge also. We have router over here. It will give a clarity like in what ways we will connect each and every device with the host systems. So from the router, the switches are connected. From the switch, we have connected the hubs. From the hubs, we have the computers. Computers with another computer will be through a bridge. And one more network device which is very essential is gateway. So a gateway's name suggests it's a passage to connect two networks together that may work upon different networking models. So two networks are there, both are in different networking models, but they want to connect between through a network. They basically work as a messenger agents that can take data from one system and interpret it and transfer it to another system. And it is also called as like converters, protocol converters, and it will operate on network layer. So it is also in a network layer. And it is more complex than switches and routers. So gateways are like generally it is more complex. The next one is router. It is also called as a bridging router. So it combines the process of bridge and the router. And it is a device that combines features of both bridges and routers. And it can work either as a data link. It can work in data link layer or the network layer. So both the layers, because the router belongs to a network layer and the bridges belongs to a data link layer. So it can able to work on both the cases. So working as a router, it is capable of routing packets across the network based on the IP addresses. And working as a bridge, it can able to filter the information when it goes with the local area network or the wide area network. And the next one is NIC, Network Interface Card. It is like a network adapter that is used to connect our computers with a network. So it is installed in the computer to establish a LAN connection. It has a unique ID inside the chip, and it will have a cable to connect through a LAN. And the cable acts as an interface between the computer and the router or a modem. And the NIC card is a layer 2 device, which means it will work both physical and data link layer of the network. So this often we will find it in our desktops. You cannot open and see in laptops. But in desktops, whenever you will be opening your CPU at backside, you will have an NIC port. So without NIC port, you cannot connect your network into you cannot connect your network to your system. So these are some network devices which is used most frequently. So the rest of the things we will be discussing in the next session. Thank you all.